I really, really wonder who's more scared of what's about to happen, Betty or Tony? Because Tony's about to lose $20,000.
Well, we don't really know if Tony was the one that gave it up, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, she pissed me off yesterday. I just wish she'd leave you alone.
That's well, I mean, she gets attention that way. You know what I'm saying? And she knows that.
Nope. My money's my money. I can spend it on who I want.
Just because your subscribers don't like you and they don't support you does not mean that mine are broke.
I don't know Fairy Meadows. She's done a lot. She might get it revoked. Yes, he loses his 20k. Oh, poor baby. Tony will be bankrupt next.
She's run out of extensions, yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Christina Logan.
Betty had court this morning and got it continued.
Who's here?
She had court this morning and got it continued. Got a continuance. But your thing pulled up with Texana, and it said there's here, let me pull it up for you real quick. This is what the docket said, or the docket on here says. Let me show you. It says that she subpoenaed you, Seth Rogers Homestead. Hold on. Clue, I will pay for the FOIA of the video of the sheriff that stopped her that day. What do you mean, Glenda? What are you talking about, baby? What's going on?
The body cam footage of that cop she talked to at Sam's.
Oh, I think
Betty's not here.
What, baby?
Betty's not here.
No, she's Betty's at home.
Right. I was like, why am I? I'm not at the fucking courthouse. She had a Zoom call this morning.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, she didn't know. She was on a live, but yeah, she zoomed in, but her lawyer was there. But Glenda's saying she'll pay for you to FOIA. Hold on. Clue, I will pay for the FOIA video of the sheriff that stopped her that day. She's talking about the FOIA report. But Glenda's saying she'll pay for you to FOIA. Hold on. Clue, I will pay for the FOIA video of the sheriff that stopped her that day. She's talking about the FOIA report of when the cop stopped Betty before she followed the Bower Sox. Remember when he stopped her that day?
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Jonathan's or whatever. They were wanting to FOIA that.
Yeah.
So they said if you do, Glenda said she'll pay for it. She will pay the money for it, which it's expensive, Glenda. I want you to know that. Like, body cam footage is expensive. It's usually
how much it was.
Depending on how long. What did they tell you? How much did they tell you? 500-600?
That's what it. Yeah, wound up being like almost 400.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on how long it is and what but it's usually like 300, 400, 500. I mean, it can be upwards of like, you know what I'm saying, depending on how long it is and what's all in it and how many body cams you get. It can get real expensive real fast. So
yeah, just because they have to go through and read that stuff. Right.
Yeah. Real quick, they can revoke her bond whenever they want. The court case that they're hearing doesn't have to be related to the charges that she's facing. If they decide that she has violated enough that her bond is worth revoking, they can pull it anytime they want. She doesn't even have to have a court appearance that day. The judge can just say, that's it, you're going to jail. Come here.
Well, see, Betty had court this morning and she got a continuance. And then somebody that I know was there at the courthouse and overheard them saying that they were trying to file the paperwork to revoke Betty's bond. Also, they overheard them saying, talking about the bail bondsman he doesn't want to, he's trying to put in a motion to not be the bail bondsman for her anymore.
He sees her as a bad investment.
Yeah, I can't speak on that because I don't know, but I just know that he wanted to put in a motion to no longer be the bondsman for her. So,
I
I agree.
thought it was really, really kind of her, really, very sweet of her to admit that all of the lawsuits that she filed was just to drain us of
Yep.
money. That was
Yeah.
very, very, very thoughtful of her.
Yep. Like the dirty bitch that she is. And that's why she gets pissed off when you guys do things like this. Like, you know what I mean? Sending super chats and stuff. This is why she gets pissed off. She's like, they're bankrupt. You're bankrupting your subs. Do you think they would bankrupt themselves? How many times have I said to you guys, if you don't have it, don't worry about it?
That's hilarious, actually.
She was mad.
Well,
She was so fucking mad. Look, she put her subs to 24 hours. You couldn't comment unless you were on there 24 hours. And she's got her fucking her fake printed off press badge that she's got around her neck.
what I find hilarious is the whole, like, rules for thee, not for me, right? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you realize, Betty, when you're like, talking about, I don't know how y'all go live for 8-9 hours a day. How do you take care of your kids? Could you get, just for fun, could you get Brittany J to answer that question for us? I want to
Right.
know.
We'd love to know. Yeah, we'd love to know. Her kids are actually on there begging for her time and attention. So fill us in.
Not to mention, when you have teenagers, they don't want to hang out with you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, they don't
They
really
got
want
other
shit to do
shit to
with me
do.
right now. Like they do their own thing. They have their own game stuff. They have their own shit. Like they're not into hanging with me.
God,
That's
from
what the
12
weekend,
on, I didn't even want to know my mother was in the same house as me.
right?
Oh man, let her tell it. Here we go.
I
Listen.
need somebody who's like low key friends with the green team to ask her how many kids I actually have, because she keeps saying those children. I want to know how many kids I have and where the fuck they are. How do I get them back?
Well, she keeps saying on here that Cletus is an RSO, and that's bullshit. And we've said time and time again, he's never even been arrested.
No, he ain't got no fucking record at all.
So what the fuck is she talking? She needs to stop saying that dumbass shit.
Girl, they tried to say I was one.
What pisses me off the most, Clue, is that you did what you needed to do to protect your daughter. And she is a survivor in every sense of the word because she stood the fuck up and took him down. You two should be held up as examples of strength and courage, not torn down and re-victimized. And it pisses me off that she does it because you are survivors to your soul and you deserve credit for that.
And she knows that. I mean, like I said, I don't even know why she even tries to use that. That's just her being fucking nasty. And then, you know what I'm
just
saying?
miserable.
Right. And that's exactly what it is.
To it on Twitter. And
it's fucking hilarious. Y'all want to watch
Who's
it?
Brittany?
Brittany J.
BJ.
Weirdo.
Hell yeah, I want to see that.
I commented on it.
Hilarious, bro.
I threw a comment in on it because SF is just like stating as a fact that the pictures are fake. And Brittany's like, well, you don't know, blah, blah, blah. So I threw a comment on it. And I'm like, they just don't get it. They cannot wrap their heads around it. The pictures have to be fake because at no point was anyone in the backyard. Therefore, photos of people in the backyard are because there's no one there ever. And they just can't comprehend that. Like their brains just don't
want to. I think they know it's bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, maybe not. She's kind of stupid, so. I go back and forth whether I think that they know better and they're just not going to say it because it makes them look bad, or if they're really idiots who just believe it.
The ones that were involved in making it 100% know it's fake because they know their source image didn't come from that video. They absolutely know where where their layers came from, and they know that it
Yeah,
wasn't
I
that
can't
video.
argue that. I can't argue that point. Like, especially when Justin shows the screen and he's got like 700 Canva slides. It's like, what are you doing?
Lazy Wolf, I'm sorry. That's just how my brain works. I mean, I follow point A to point B, not J. That's just how my brain works. I'm so sorry. I just don't get the point. I mean, your evidence is fake. It's never going to hold up in a court of law. If you sway the court of public opinion, you're still not going to sway the law. Like, you can convince people with your lies, but when you try to take it to court, first of all, you're never going to get to court because there's no crime here. There's no crime. There's no evidence of a crime. You can't create fake evidence of a crime and get it into court because it's still fake.
That's what I
If
think
it,
they were trying to do with Julia. Does that make sense? The dog person?
yes. Yeah, and Julie's trying to do the same thing with a different made-up crime. She has absolutely convinced herself that it was Chris that used to smack Sebastian in the head. That wasn't Chris. Read the declaration. It wasn't Chris that liked to smack the kid with water on his brain in the head. Seth. Do we have declarations of child abuse? Yes, we do. Do we have them against Chris? No, we don't. It just, none of it makes sense. None of this makes any sense. You can't try people for something they didn't do based on evidence that you know you created. It just can't happen. So why are you doing it? You're wasting everyone's time, and you're hurting Sebastian. So stop.
Is this on SF's page?
No, it was Brittany had retweeted him, and then he replied.
Oh, gotcha.
It was yesterday, I think.
Would it be on? Would it be under his replies, or where would I find it?
I got to it from his replies. Yeah.
Okay. Even though she's not going to be able to, they already told her you're not going to be able to, but it's a waste of fucking time. It's more, you know what I'm saying? She can waste more time with that.
It's another way to drag it out. That's all it is.
And that's exactly what the fuck she's trying to do right now with the appeals and shit.
She knows she's not going to win. She's already been told that they're enforced and she can't change it. She knows she's not going to win. She knows it's frivolous.
Pushing it the fuck off, yeah. Lippy says this is all I got for a whole 16-year-old.